Hi, I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
Hi, I'm Anna, volunteer here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
Anna has been awesome and a volunteer, and I wanted to feature her in this video today because not only does she volunteer here, she also does a lot in the community outside of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. But this month, as you know, is November. November is known as a time of giving, generosity, and helping those in need. Specifically, there's a day coming up called Giving Tuesday. If you haven't heard about it, what it is organizations come together and help as many people as we can, and we're calling you to come alongside what we're doing here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. That involves financially, that involves physically, that involves donations of clothes and all sorts of other things. The idea behind it is right before that Giving Tuesday is Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then after that is Giving Tuesday. So that's a great opportunity to be able to give back after all that holiday shopping, after all that eating, after all the other things we do during the holidays. So it's a really good thing, and we want to invite you to be a part of it.
Yep, great. It's exactly what you said, Dave. I mean, Giving Tuesday is a time of year where, we start the holiday season. Like you said, Dave, we have Thanksgiving, we have the day after Thanksgiving, which everyone's going shopping. We have Cyber Monday. And then, what a better way to give back to the community is Giving Tuesday. So this kind of call it a holiday, but it's actually a global movement across the world. So not just here in Northern Nevada, not the United States, but all over. 80 million people actually participate in Giving Tuesday, believe it or not. And last year, $3 billion was donated just on that day alone.
Wow.
So if you think about it, we get busy with our lives, and we don't have time to think about volunteering, whether that be giving time, giving money, any of those things. But November is a day. So this year, Giving Tuesday is on November 29th. Good Shepherd is going to be participating, and we invite you to join us in our cause.
So, crazy thing, you are volunteering all the time. You volunteer regularly, and you care about the cause of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. You financially contribute. And then you also recruit members of the community. Why would you want to do that? Why does that matter to you? Why do Giving Tuesday? Why care?
Why care? That's a great question. I mean, I have to say I haven't always volunteered, and it's just in the past couple of years I started getting involved in my community. And what's really important is that is giving of yourself. You realize that you have so much, and why not give to others that don't have as much as you? So when I got involved with Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, I saw the mission and really got behind it. I think what really made an impact to me is just being here when the store opens, seeing clients come in and hearing their stories. There are so many stories. I could do a whole video on stories. I'm sure you could too. On all the people that come in, their needs. So the donors that donate the clothes, I'll speak on their behalf. They say thank you. They always compliment how organized our store is, and how much they are able to get leaving here. So
and the key is you're a huge part of that. You and all of our other volunteers are huge parts why we're able to operate the way we do, and how we're able to move the mission forwards and move that needle further along. I mean, it is crazy to think about that you'd want to work full-time, take care of your family, walk the dog, and then volunteer at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. That is awesome. And I believe if more people, if the larger majority of the community did that, we wouldn't be one of the largest unhoused populations in the country. But we are. we have a lot of people in need in the Washoe County area. I was reading statistics about it. It is nuts to see how many people here do not have homes. How many people here don't have what they need. And Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet is just just a step for them. I was talking to a few friends of mine here the other day, and we were talking about how the different steps, the opportunities to take those steps can be hard. And kind of a hard pill for people to swallow too, because they feel like, oh, we're just helping that person. Why don't they just go get what they need? Why don't they just go do it themselves? Mm-hmm. But if you've ever been in need, we are not in the business of clothing. We are not in the business of clothing. We are in the business of helping people get that next step in life. So I'd encourage you to come alongside this mission. It really matters. You'd be surprised how much dignity and hope that provides a high school student that has clothes that aren't presentable, and he's able to get the next step because of that outfit he was able to get. And that prevents bullying, that prevents depression, that prevents anxiety. And it's just a step. There's lots of steps out there, and there's a lot of organizations we're partnered with because we believe in those steps. But you volunteering your time, even though you don't have all the time in the world, you don't. And I'm sure there's weeks you're like, I really don't want to volunteer this week. And that's the reality of it, right? And so thank you. Yeah,
you're welcome. I mean, it is a commitment I've made to Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet to help where I can. And in a previous video, I shared that, oftentimes I, would like to be here more often, but I can't. So I asked myself, what is it that I can do to help outside of Good Shepherd if I'm not here physically? But I have to tell you, being here once a week when the store opens and hear stories from clients that come in, and they are just looking for words of encouragement. So as you said, they come in, they get their clothes, but it's not about that. It's about what can we share with them.
I'd like to hear from you. What is the worst time to volunteer here? When is it terrible to volunteer here?
Gosh.
Let's be honest. Well, you have moments where you're like, why am I doing this, right?
That's a great question. To be honest with you, Dave, I have not experienced that at all.
Not one time where you're like, wow, if this continues, I don't know how much longer I can volunteer. There's been nothing.
I'll share with you one thing. When I come in and I sometimes process donations, and I see how generous the community has been with donations, and I see it's overwhelming. I'm like, wow, I just want to get to the bottom of that bin and process it. So I would say that, turning a negative to a positive, but that's really how I look at it. Right. It can be overwhelming sometimes.
It is. And that the reality is we're pushing out so much clothing that we need those clothes in the back.
Right.
It's crazy. But what we really need is hands to help us move those clothes along and process it properly so we can partner with our other organizations.
Right.
And so, we even have, we have a good amount of volunteers. The problem is we're helping way more people. We're helping more people than we thought we ever would this time of year. So, because the need is growing in the Washoe County area. Right. Thank you for being vulnerable and honest about that. I think that matters. Because honestly, volunteering is not always easy. It's not all rosy. It's not all awesome.
Right.
I'll tell you, sometimes when clients come in, and there's some clients who do try to take advantage of us, and we have to make sure that we're helping them follow the guidelines we've set in place. And it is discouraging, but the piece that gets us moving forwards is when we have those moments, those light bulb moments, where we're able to see a client make a real change in his life, like Timothy, like Dan, like these other videos we've shared. I'd encourage you, if you haven't seen them, scroll through and look through. That is what matters, is when we're able to help people and provide that dignity and hope. Because every day is not awesome. Every day is not the best thing in the world. There are definitely days that it is hard to want to continue helping those in need, but the mission, the value, and what we're practically doing is so important. That's what drives us through, because it's not all roses. We're helping people that literally have nothing, and we're providing them something, and we're providing them dignity, we're providing them hope, and that's what matters. Because I got to be honest with you guys, sometimes there's clients who aren't very nice. And then there's times I don't want to be nice. And there's times I'm sure Anna doesn't want to be nice. But the key is how are we providing that dignity and hope? How are we making sure that we're still able to be here week in and week out? And some of that is encouragement from you in the community. Some of that is when we see a donation of clothes that are just wonderfully kept and in good repair. And some of that is when we have a check that comes in from an organization and we're able to continue to keep the lights on and move the mission forwards. So thank you. Thank you for considering coming alongside us and what we're doing here, because this matters. This matters. This is important. Our goal is to continue Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet for the next 25 years. So please consider coming alongside us for this Giving Tuesday. It's coming up. Not much time. Visit our page on our website. You can donate financially. You can figure out when we're giving clothing, which is now updated to Tuesdays and Thursdays between 10 and 2. And you don't need to make an appointment anymore. You just come and swing by between 10 and 2. If it's a larger donation, please give us a little forewarning so we can prepare for that. And then you can also spend time with our clients, spend time with us. Come down here. We do volunteer interviews and we'd love to have you.
Appreciate your time, everyone, for watching this video. I think it's really important, the mission that Good Shepherd Clothes Closet is doing here. I think one thing I wanted to leave you with is that while we give free clothing away, it isn't free to keep the doors open. So oftentimes people think, wow, everything's free. They think everything's donated to us, including the utilities, the one person that gets paid here, but it's not. So that's what Good Shepherd needs your help in, is to keeping our mission going by being able to pay rent, pay utilities, to provide what we provide to the community. And one thing I'll leave you with Giving Tuesday is oftentimes if you're working, look at your company to see if there's something they offer. I just over the weekend did notice that my company does offer a way for me to post a giving opportunity, which I did. I posted Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, so that opens up to all employees of my company a way to give financially. And it's a simple click of the button. My company does do a match, 50% on every dollar that is donated, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm staying positive because there are over 18,000 employees that work at my company. So
another opportunity I would recommend, and this is a plea from me and the board of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, is considering a recurring donation. If you've watched any of our videos, you've probably heard the 600 to 20 campaign. We're still running that campaign. It still matters. This QR code right here, you should scan it and sign up. $20 a month, that's a little under 70 cents per day that you could be providing clothing for those in need, providing that hope and dignity like we talk about to those in need. So maybe your Giving Tuesday contribution is signing up for the 600 to 20. Maybe it's coming up to Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet and saying, Dave, I'd like to volunteer. Whatever it looks like, we would love for you to join what we're already doing. $20 a month, 600 people at $20 a month is our goal. And we're going to be running it. We're going to be running it hard. We have a big announcement on prizes you can win by signing up for the 600 to 20. We help 600 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one.